A mother in Montana is facing child endangerment charges for letting her 3 kids and friends, all of whom ranged in age from 12 to 3 years old, go to the mall by themselves. Now, she's facing these are huge charges she's looking at.
Well, what happened is there were 2 12-year-old girls, I think, and they were with the younger kids in the mall, the 8, 7, and 3. And they went into a dressing room to try stuff on together, leaving the 8, 7, and 3-year-old unattended. So
that's when
it kind of has another dimension to the story as well.
Yeah, but most mothers, and I don't go into very many malls, but the couple that I've been in recently, you're changing your clothes. You don't have your kid in there with you. I've seen little kids running around and, you know, in the,
that's where I get
area
upset when I see them
hanging. Well, you know, but if you have 4 kids, what do you do? So you're putting them all in the dressing room with you?
Yeah, I don't want them to look for their little feet under the door. I want them
because I think that if you're
get a babysitter. If you're going to shop, you need to get a babysitter because it's not fair to the kid to have to look at your girdled ass the entire time.
No, you should shop with your kids.
I definitely agree with you, but I think there's some people who can't afford a babysitter. I don't know the percentage of people that can't afford a babysitter, but I think...
but they can afford the dress.
They have...
but you don't... You need clothes.
You need clothes. What if you're shopping for the kids?
The mother said, first of all, I think that we're not objecting to the 12-year-old. Most 12-year-olds, I think, would say, okay, you know, I'll let my child if this... 3 12-year-olds. It's the 3-year-old that they were talking about. And the mother said she did it for 2 reasons. One, she thought that the 12-year-olds were responsible. They'd also babysit other people. And she also said she needed a little time for herself. So as you said, not everybody can afford a babysitter.
I think most moms can relate, you know what I mean? Like you feel like, gosh, I just want an activity.
Sound like a bad mother.
No,
that's why I think to go ahead and charge her, because I think, you know, you don't need to be charging people for their parenting decisions. Now, I think that might be something she learned. You know what? That's too many kids for her to take to the mall.
It happened because the people in the store saw the little children and they told the security officer.
Right.
The security officer then tells the policeman. The policeman then says to the mother, you know, and it gets to be a whole...
You know, the girls, she also said the girls had completed, the 12-year-old and her friend had completed a course in babysitting, so they had their certificate. Because I wouldn't have had a problem with the girl...
That's a bigger question. The question is, how old do you have to be before you can go to a mall by yourself, on a train by yourself, to a store by yourself?
Let me tell you something. A story. When I was, I think I was 13, I used to go to Springfield, Mass. for the summers. It was like a fresh air fun for the kids in Brooklyn. I was at my Aunt Millie's house, and my Uncle Charlie had an Oldsmobile, an 88, I remember. It was a great-looking car. And my aunt said to me, Joy, go down to the X, which is on the corner, and take the car. I was 13. Take the car and get some milk and bring it back. I said, I'm 13. I don't drive. You can do it, she said. You can do it. I said
you'd be arrested and she'd be charged.
Wait a minute. I got in that car. I turned it on. I couldn't hardly reach the
3-year-old.
Right. And I went.
And you are the main one that'll call the police on somebody that's driving crazy.
What do you mean? I'm not saying it was right.
No, but you weren't with the 3-year-old either. This is a situation where I look.
And today, the irony of it is that Steve doesn't ever allow me to drive. Well, and at this age,
because you're a criminal.
I started at 13.
Because you don't practice the law when you drive. That's why he knows you. You know, I think it's a challenge for moms when you're trying to like manage a lot of kids and try to just get that time for yourself. I also think that, you know, when you have, it's also as dangerous to let a 4-year-old or 5-year-old or 6-year-old online in your own home without supervision.
I would let her watch them in the home.
It's dangerous. You know what?
I think taking them to a mall. We're looking at the best case scenario. Those kids were not taken. Okay, they're lucky. They're very lucky. Everyone in that situation is lucky.
Most kids are not taken.
Well, you should hope.
No, I think that's a little hard.
It just is. Sometimes, you know, we go too far in our zeal and zest to look out for folks. Like the lady who they arrested because she was so pissed at her daughter, put her behind out on the side of the road. Right. You know,
a few months ago, yeah.
A few months ago. Now, she probably won't do that again. But should she go to trial for it? Right. I don't think so. Because if we went back in time and looked at all the things, all of our parents would be behind bars right now. Every adult we know would be behind bars.
By the way, I can think if I stretch enough of a couple of things I did that could put me behind bars.
What's the worst thing you did, Barbara?
No, it's time for you to. Isn't it time for us to celebrate? I would tell you, but what was
Read the book. But when we come back, Barbara Walters reveals the worst thing she's ever done as a parent. We'll be right back. Now, Sherry, this weekend you were at a wedding and things got out of hand. What happened?
Yeah, my cousin Shantae married Huy Tran. I got a cousin Shantae. He's Vietnamese. His name is Huy Tran. And
Huy Tran.
Huy Tran. Yes, it was a wonderful wedding. But you know, at weddings, everybody does the group dances. You know, they have the chicken dance at some weddings, and the funky chicken dance. But at a lot of the weddings where it's mostly black people, we got like the hustle, we got the electric slide, we got the Chicago slide, and we had something called the Cupid Shuffle, which most black people know how to do. Now, what happened was
There's a white girl who knows it right there.
You know how to do it, girl? Well, this is a problem. I was doing the Cupid Shuffle, and it's a big group dance, and a lady didn't know how to do it. So we were doing to the right, and she's all in the middle doing to the left, and her stiletto went through my foot. So I just wanted to.
So she stepped on your foot.
She stepped. Yeah, she stepped. I want to show you. So when you see people do a group dance at a wedding, look at it first, and then you can join in, because I want to show you the Cupid Shuffle, what we're doing. And she came in. Come on, cue it up, and I'm gonna. Just look, pay attention to what they're doing, and then jump in.
Okay.
Don't do it when they're starting it off.
Fire drill. Stop, drop, and roll. Do that in order.
I hope
all the white girls out there.
I hope you don't step into anybody with the heels that you're wearing.
No, you don't. When you know how to do it, you're very careful. Everybody was in formation. It's like the girls. You knew exactly what to do. You never stepped on anybody.
That you know of. That you're sure about.
Or stick to the conga line.
Or stick to the conga line.
Everybody has a conga line.
Except Elizabeth did not have a conga line this weekend.
No.
She was telling us about the ESPYs that she watched from home.
Well, that was a talent share, I have to say. But last night I watched the ESPYs, probably along with a million other sports fans, and they were so much fun because the ESPYs are on ESPN. They give it's a sport awards, you know, from everyone from you saw, you know, Kobe Bryant to Shawn Johnson, the U.S. soccer team, Michael Phelps, and it was hosted by Sam. Serena and Venus were sitting next to each other, and they did a lot of funny things. Sam Jackson did an outstanding job. And Michael Phelps may have clinched the gold, and he may have gotten a couple ESPYs too, but he did not get away from Sam throwing a couple digs at him. Check this out.
I still can't believe Michael Phelps, 8 gold medals. You must be glad to be back in the pool, huh? Nobody gives you a hard time when you smoke the competition.
Well, you know what? That was great. Sam Jackson, you can never go wrong with him, I'm telling you. When we come back, we're coming back with Charles Gibson. He's exposing how oil has hostile countries holding up the U.S. and holding us hostage. We'll be right back.